Hello and welcome to Cameron+Deanna. We are here with some. I don't know. I just look at you. I'm like, I'm just so happy. And then you're here next to me this time. You're usually on the other side. And so we are here with some friends. We got Arrio, Nick, and Lynn. Mike. Sorry, I knew I was gonna mess it up at some point. And so,
that's where they're there.
We are playing Dino Dodge from Blue Gear Games, and so this is y'all's new game on Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
And so, real quick, do y'all want to come in, give a quick Arrio? You're the designer. Do you want to kind of talk through some of the game itself from like what inspired you perspective?
Yeah.
And then we'll bring y'all in to kind of talk about Blue Gear and some of the stuff that y'all work on. Then we'll dive into the Dino Dodge.
Okay, yeah, no, that sounds good. So yeah, this is our game, Dino Dodge. I'm the designer, and I teamed up with Mike and Lynn here, which is Blue Gear Games, and they're the publisher. And us three have put this game out. It's on Kickstarter. But Dino Dodge is a light family strategy game for 2 to 5 players. You play as dinosaurs during the age of extinction, and you're going to be dodging falling meteors from the sky while trying to push your friends underneath them and into hot lava. So the premise of the game is to be the last dinosaur standing.
Nice.
It plays in about 15 to 30 minutes, and it's ages 8 and up. The inspiration I got for this was actually a lot of pain. I was like, I got to create something, and I have to make it happen. And so I, went to my pen and pad and started writing ideas. And I had this one idea, and then I met up with Mike and Lynn, and I showed it to them one day, and they loved it, and then from there we kind of started developing.
Nice.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys want to swap with me and then say about Blue Gear.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Knocked out. I was looking for it last night. I'm Mike. How you guys doing? There we go. There.
I do that all the time.
So I'm one of the. So my name is Mike Wynn. I am the market strategist and content analyst at Blue Gear Games. I do a lot of the video editing behind the trailer that you saw on Kickstarter, as well of all the videos, how to play and everything. A lot of people thanked us because it was very informative. I'm very analytical when it comes to that, and making sure everything's precise and transparent. I work with a lot of the logistics behind it, like manufacturers to logistics of fulfillment companies, like shipping companies, like Amazon is a shipping company, distributors and all that. So that's my expertise. I also break games. I love breaking games. If there's a loophole I can find, I will extort it.
He's good at that.
So I'm really good at that. And I say, why can't you unless there's no rule behind it? So that's where Lynn comes into helping me out with the rules and stuff. He's the idea guy. I'm the engineer of the game.
Lynn's also the artist.
And he's the art
fantastic.
director. So yeah, a lot of the videos I do, but he gives me the stuff. I make it to life. Otherwise, about me, I'm pretty much. We started this. Me and my brother started this. I want to say like 7 years ago.
Wow.
As just playing a simple card game. I believe it was Love Letters, right? We started with Love Letters, and we were like, "This is pretty cool." And then we upgraded immediately to like Pandemic, and we were like, "Oh my god, this game is a very hard co-op game." And we were struggling just to eradicate all the viruses and stuff. And then from there, it's like. Then we came to play one game called Celestia, Celestia, I think it was, and it was this push your luck type of game. And we're like, man, I love this type of game where you have to deceive people and then and then just trick them and to get where you need to go to. And
It's like, are you a Slytherin?
yeah, are you Slytherin? 2 points for Slytherin. But then what's it called? It all turned out. I was like, I looked at my brother and was like, we can probably do this. You have the art skills. I have the mechanical breaking skills. Why don't we just create something? So then we got into our first published game. So I know I talked enough. I'll let Lynn explain that. So he's the one. That's actually his game.
Yeah.
Our art director.
Yeah.
Art director / the mafia boss, the head of the hunt control.
Forget about it.
He's just making up names now.
Yeah, so I mean, my brother did a lot of talking about the company, but our true what we want is about the company is we want to bring people that are online that likes to play games on actually bring them to the table. We want to get that social, everyone's getting to the game, talk, and interact more, on the table instead of just playing on the computer. So that was the main vision of our company. We wanted to do something like that, get the games out onto the table, get everybody involved and play the game. And it turned out great. We met new people, we met new friends, and that's how we met Arrio. So yeah, just to speak out, my brother did most of the talking, but yeah, for me, I'm the the head guy here at Blue Gear Games, and I'm the artist as well, and we're looking forward to making more games.
Lynn did all this artwork here that you see on the cards and everything.
And once we swap to the other view, we'll get a better look at the art itself.
They're really cool.
I love it.
Yeah, so this is our first game. This is our flagship game. It's called Knights of Glory. It's a bunch of mechanics in one. It's a push your luck bluffing game, dungeon crawl, and there's a little bit elements of poker. It's like everything you can imagine, but like no one could think of like how can you play it all at once? It's like impossible. How can you play all those mechanics at once? But it works. So yeah, that's our flagship. So we're trying to see if this game will do well, and we're gonna push for another game.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
Cool.
yeah.
Check them out.
Yeah, check them out. And so, and y'all are Blue Gear Games.
Yeah, it's tongue twister.
On most social media. I know I saw y'all Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Yes.
Anywhere else that people can find y'all?
YouTube.
We have YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. Then let's say
Discord also.
we have also on we're also on BGGE, which is not Blue Gear Games, but Board Game Geek.
Yeah.
A lot of people get confused with us with that. So
But yeah, those main social channels are on.
Yep.
Awesome.
Oh, cool. I'll stop you.
So we'll pull Arrio back in, and then
Explain some more about the game.
yeah, and then we'll go ahead and dive into the game. If you want to walk us through getting the game started, we'll get into a couple rounds. Our goal for a chat is to play 2, maybe 3 rounds of the game. We'll see what time permits.
King Amos.
And welcome King Amos. I love the hype emote. And
Nice.
so
I was like, I see something dancing in the corner of my eye.
and so so we'll go ahead and get into it. And Arrio, take it away.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I kind of give the premise real quick. It's a player elimination game. It plays in about 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how conservative we are. But we're going to play the base game. And so in Dino Dodge, I'll just give you a little preface here, is that we have a bunch of components and events, things that add elements. Oh, I'm not. Okay, thank you.
Come that way.
All right, things that add elements to the game. We won't play with that the first time, so we'll just play with the base game so we can get a hang of it, and then if you guys are like, I want some more juice, then we can add them after.
Sounds good.
Okay? The game is played in a world, or an Earth. So we are going to play as one of these little dinosaur meeples here, and we're going to occupy spaces on the tile.
I gotta say, I am a sucker for not the generic meeple. Like, give me any cool looking meeple, and I'm in. That's like my thing.
Yes.
Well, the cool thing is, like Lynn did on this too, is like the faces. They're all kind of like derpy faces, which is really cool. Like I liked it too when he changed the faces. I was like,
It's very like Weirback-esque.
Yeah.
Like that 90s movie. I was obsessed with that movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it.
Weirback?
Weirback.
Weirback.
WE'.
It's like the dinosaurs are put in like
Weirback.
1990s New York City.
oh,
And they can
that's
talk.
Familiar.
Yeah.
You probably would be like, oh yeah, that.
I gotta Google it.
Yeah, I
then.
feel
Okay.
like it's one that if you saw a picture of it, you would instantly remember.
Okay.
I remember
alright.
seeing that at Blockbuster.
Good old Blockbuster.
the Blockbuster days.
I know. Well, let's not end up like Blockbuster here because we might go extinct.
Oh no, we
Hey-o.
changed it.
Blockbuster.
Good job, Arrio. Pull this back in.
All right, cool. So like I said, I'm just going to briefly explain. So we're going to play as one of these dinosaur meeples. We're going to be occupying tiles throughout the game. What's going to happen is meteors are going to fall each round, and they're going to come out above one of these land tiles that we are occupying. When a meteor comes out, it's going to start on its highest axis, and then each round they're going to rotate down ones. It's kind of like a ticking time bomb. If you're underneath a meteor when it goes boom, you're going to have an opportunity to get out with a single action by playing a card from your hand. If you can't get out, you're dead. Okay? And then we're just going to keep that going until there's only one dinosaur left standing. I will just briefly show you guys. Perfect. You are George.
George.
So that'll be up next. Is you can see Deanna has a roll card here, and so each dinosaur has a dino power. So you'll get a roll card with your dinosaur meeple, and that roll card is going to be a unique ability that you're going to be able to use throughout the game while we're playing.
I think it's for purpose of showing. Maybe we lay them flat
so we can see.
Oh
Good
yeah,
idea.
good idea,
Yeah.
great
Yep.
idea.
Yeah.
Yep.
George, best dinosaur.
Awesome. And so I'll just briefly show you guys like just what some of the cards do, and then I think we can get into it. Let me put some here, and then you guys tell me the
What's up,
angles.
Supernova? Welcome.
Okay.
Appreciate the first time coming in. Oh, and thank you for dropping some bits.
We
And
got
then-
bits.
And then looked like Mel Buggin.
Yellow.
Thank you for dropping that follow.
Rotate axis.
Yeah.
Yellow rotate axis.
Appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with us
Yeah.
as we check out Dino Dodge
Yeah. I'm Stego.
and Stego.
Nice.
George.
Yeah, George.
George.
So real quick, so the game is going to be played with cards in our hand. We're going to have a total of 5 cards in our hand, and then each one of these cards can do something different for you. So there's 4 different card types. When you play a card, you can play it for just its simple text, or you can play it for this icon here. I'll just explain the text real quick. So if you play it for its simple text, you say, hey, I play this card and I can move myself 1 space to the left or to the right of its current position. Okay? Move enemy, it's the same thing. I can pick up any enemy and move them 1 space to the left or to the right of their current position. These are duplicates of these with the keyword bump. Bump is a mechanic that wherever you move that dinosaur, if there are any dinosaurs on that tile, they get bumped 1 space over in the same direction. Okay? So you can move yourself and bump, or you could move an enemy and bump.
So could you move an enemy and bump yourself?
You could.
Okay.
100% correct. Yeah, you could totally do that. And then all the dinosaurs that were on that tile would get bumped, but there are no chain bumps. So if there was somebody here, it wouldn't like chain bump them. So that's pretty much the movements. These icons in the top left are called land effects. So basically you can utilize these if you're on a tile with that icon and you have a matching card in your hand. You could play that card on your turn and say, I want to use this ability. Let's say I'm Phoebe, the purple brontosaurus. I could say I want to use that effect, not the text, and this would actually do a land shift, which makes me swap any 2 adjacent tiles. So they're just unique effects that allow you to manipulate the Earth is how they work. The other ones will allow you to manipulate the meteors, and on the back of your reference card here, you guys could see which ones that they are. So we have land shift, which I just showed. Then you have move a meteor, which lets you move a meteor 1 space to the left or to the right. You have rotate meteor, which lets you postpone a meteor that's falling, so you can kick it back up to a higher axis. And then lastly, you have swap meteor, which allows you to swap any 2 active meteors that are on the board. So these are a little more advanced mechanics, we would say. So if you're playing, with like your family or someone who's a non-gamer, that you don't need to worry about that too much, and you can help them out with it. But for somebody who plays games like you guys, you probably tap into these quite often.
And you may have said this, and I may have been in the zone with something else. Do you have to be on that tile to use it?
Great question. So you don't, but if you're on the tile, you only have to use 1. If you're not on that tile and you want to use that icon, you need to play 2 matching effects to do that icon. So you basically submit 2 cards together, and then if Deanna wasn't on that, but she wanted to use that one, she'd say, hey, I'm playing these 2 icons to use that effect. And then she'd be able to do it.
Pay extra if you're not on it.
And
Exactly.
Supernova, thank
Pay
you
extra.
for that follow. Appreciate you.
Oh,
Nice. All right, cool. And so the last thing that you can do with your cards, and this is the last thing, is your dino power. So that's what I was talking about at the beginning, is each one of your dinosaurs have a roll card, and they have a unique ability. In order to use your dino power, you're going to do another of these 2 card combos, which is any 2 matching colored cards. Yep, and you see right there, that was Bruno, and they have little stats
we
on
don't
it.
talk about him.
We don't talk about Bruno.
I've never seen that movie, and I had to look that up.
What?
Yeah, I had to look it up.
Oh, you're missing out.
Yeah.
You're missing out. Yeah.
So good.
I watched
It's
the
good.
YouTube video, and I was like,
It's
I don't
so
get
good.
it. Like,
It's
I
so
don't.
good.
You watched the movie.
Isn't there another one, Bruno?
Yeah, I watched it
It's
without
Bruno
the
is
movie.
it's a movie.
No,
Yeah.
I'm talking about the other one that has Bruno in it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Also in Luca.
It's
There's
Luca.
also a Bruno.
But the
They came
Bruno-
out close together.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
came
that's
out
not-
real close together.
Yeah.
To that.
Silencio, Bruno.
Yeah, there's Bruno, yeah.
Different thing that just happened to come out about the same time.
Thought it was the same movie.
Movie
Yeah,
references.
you have our attention at anything Disney related.
I
So-
speak frequently in movie quotes.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Okay, well,
Anyway.
if you were Bruno, you could say, hey, I want to use my Dino power by playing any 2 matching color cards. Don't worry if anybody's colorblind because the text are the same, okay? So you just play those in conjunction with one another, and then you could use your Dino power. Your Dino power is kind of a big movement and impact, so it allows you to move your dinosaur, whatever the space number is green, and then any dinosaurs who are within a range, which is your blue, are then affected with a hit, and they're bumped the red. So I know it sounds a little weird, but on each one of your cards, it's going to tell you what you do when you use your Dino power, and then I'll show you as we go. Okay. But Dino powers are really cool because when you play them, you're going to be able to draw a card, which is a scarce commodity in this game. Card draw does not happen normally on your turn, so it's going to be something that you're going to want to hold on to cards and get them.
And I will say, just from for the art, I love all the bright colors. Like my eyes are loving. Like the back of the cards, I'm like, look at all the colors.
Wait till you see the opposite side of the tiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a surprise.
Yeah, I saw it from the other one. I was like, that's fun.
So like on the artwork, so Lynn did all the art, but everything in this game was actually community designed.
Oh, cool.
Which means we did polls, and so we showed people a bunch of different assets that they could vote on, and they built all these tiles. They picked the color for the dinosaur. They picked the names and everything like that.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah,
I was
super
so
cool.
I was so torn because like when we were designing the land tiles, like between like the even the animals in the background too that are flying in with the grass.
Yeah.
So my girlfriend was looking at me was like, wait, I want this. Why are they picking this one? My vote, of course, didn't get picked. And we're like, so it's like,
So think of it like it was a blank canvas with clouds and with nothing on it. So they slowly have choices to pick the mountains. That one got picked. That one slapped on. Then the next poll was pick the trees, the palm tree, different kind of trees. That got slapped on.
And that's for
awesome.
So that's how.
Yeah,
and that's for
similar,
each
but they're
tile.
slightly different.
So that was what's they had so many times that actually you had to 4 times throughout each tile to design it. So
That's
That's
super
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, I love that.
We had a lot of polls.
yeah,
That was all Lynn.
even the dinosaurs too.
Oh, yeah.
The color as well. So it was very very
That's super
interesting.
Stegosaurus always has to be green.
Yeah.
I'm glad it went green. Yeah.
Maybe this is like from Land Before Time. It's just like seared into our brains. Like
Yeah,
Spike
this-
is
yeah.
green.
That's how I
Exactly.
remember it. Like
Or
when I look
green
at this
in
little
Jurassic
foot,
Park.
Littlefoot.
little
Yeah.
foot.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, in the name of Littlefoot, I think that's enough to get started.
that sounds good.
Anything else? Well, I'll show you guys how the game plays as we go. So if you want, we know Deanna's George. You guys can pick.
Okay, I think I'm gonna be Ruby, the T-Rex,
I knew
Okay.
you'd pick
because
that.
I like chaos, so I have to pick the T-Rex. So
He's the crazy
here's
one.
Ruby.
Plus, Ruby's the leader. So
I like the
your
dirty
power,
ones.
your
Me too, I
power
like the
is the
dirty
leader.
ones.
So everyone's gonna follow what you do. That's your Dino power.
That would
So-
be you.
Just to help everybody else out on the stream, like what we're playing is the core game. So if those have actually gone to the website and seen it or anything, they will see all these other stuff. Arrio will talk about them later.
Yeah, that's correct, Mike. So we're just playing the core. We always recommend, like, when you get the game, that play the core at least 2 to 3 times.
Yeah.
It's not difficult to pick up, but everything is built upon that, so you have a better understanding and you won't get tripped up when you're adding all the extra components.
I think that's an awesome way to introduce people to a game is to have that starting point and then say, okay, now let's layer these other things on. There's a handful
It's
of
a really easy way to learn.
Yeah.
Too. You're not like just like here's the whole game. Good luck.
Yeah, ready to go.
You go first.
That was a
So
big
did
thing
you
for
wanna-
me because
okay.
none of my family could handle, like, they couldn't handle any of the stuff if I threw it all at them, right? So I would
Yeah.
have to slowly build them up to these
I think
things.
that's something more games should incorporate is having like the base. Like, okay, once you have this figured out, then we can actually make it more complicated. Because some people do get real with, especially board games that aren't like Clue. You know, they're like, what is this? I'm intimidated, like, just by looking at it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Having that, like, stair-step process, I think, would help a lot.
Exactly.
We didn't want to scare people away, so that was the audience of this game. It's like the most eclectic yet common group of people, It's like your grandma, your daughter, your grandma doesn't know how you work from home, your spouse who stares at you with only glances, or communicates with only glances now, so...
Sorry, look at this. Is this mine?
Yeah,
So-
that's going to be your
So
card,
part of the setup what Arrow's doing is everyone get a move you card in the beginning. It's just a way to get out of danger in case so many kids picking on you. At least you have a one card that helps you get out. A move
I like
you
that a
card.
lot.
And then he's gonna give out everybody 4 more cards, total 5 cards in their hand. The last player, so Mike's gonna go first. That way you have a chance to understand how the game
Yeah, I
works.
never
Yes,
want to go
thank you.
first.
So
I'm
that
gonna start
way
right here.
you're gonna get
That's me.
So Deanna, you're gonna be the last player. You get 1 extra card
Perfect.
because most of the time people like to pick on the last
Because
player.
George is awesome.
Because also because George is cool.
Wait, so
George is the best.
you're the last player.
No, he's going first.
You go first. But I'm gonna let you explain this.
Yeah. So you're the last player. I gave you an extra card.
Oh, okay. I'm the last player.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm the
Just
last
kidding.
player.
It's all good.
Okay,
He
no,
gave it to you and he took it away.
Right. So
Deanna will remember this.
after everyone gets their cards, I'll let Arrio explain this token right here.
Oh yeah.
So-
Wait, hold on. Most important. Who's my dino? I just got Yara.
Yep.
Is
You,
that
just
how
got
this is
that.
going down?
You want to switch?
Sorry.
Yeah, I want Phoebe.
You want
Yeah,
Phoebe?
Yeah, I
Oh,
like
okay.
Phoebe.
Oh,
Nobody
yeah.
wants yellow.
No, I love yellow. I just
I like the
Phoebe.
yellow
I
dinosaur.
like
And,
her
oh yeah, the
power.
yellow dinosaur is Yara, the
So that
Ankylosaurus.
token
Yara,
that
I
you're holding
love
up
it.
is the active player or the
Oh,
right
yeah,
now in the
sure.
beginning is the first player, but it gets passed
Yeah.
along and
Oh,
it
I'm
becomes
trying
the
to-
active player.
Oh, right there.
Yep.
Oops. So I don't
Up,
know where the
up,
camera.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, there we go. So Yara. So a lot of people also questions like, why don't you have Ankylosaurus? We do in this game.
Yes.
So
They are misrepresented.
yes.
For sure.
So we giving you
They
guys a
weren't in
chance.
Land Before Time, so no one knows about
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, no one knows. Okay, so what's up with the active player?
Yeah, so basically this is going to indicate whose turn it is and the order of positioning that's going to happen. So this is going to start with Mike. What's going to happen is he's going to go on his turn, and then we're going to go through a round. When we're done with the round, we'll pass it over to Deanna, and then go through another round and just keep it going.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So it's like shifting for starter player per round.
Yep.
Correct, yeah. All right, so Mike, why don't you go ahead and add a meteor for us to start the game.
Okay. So I'm gonna place it right above there.
Okay, so this is still setup phase right now, so since
Oh,
Mike placed a
I know it's
meteor...
kind of hard to see, but it is a number 2 ticker.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Well, not double meteor, just a 2 meteor, I guess.
Yeah.
Double meteor might be
So
confusing.
that means it's gonna take 2 turns before it booms. So
Okay.
All right, so now what we can do is we can just place our dinos wherever we want. We could occupy the same space if we wanted.
You
and
can,
then
you
keep
could also,
them going
as a
through the
strategy, use the upper left corner of your action card to maybe position you in a way where you could use it. That
Like,
ability.
should we pick one that's maybe similar to like a repeated card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that way
That's
maybe you
really
could
good.
get some value out of it since
Okay.
you don't,
Okay.
That's a good tip.
since you're
Yeah,
close
great
by.
tip. I'm gonna go over here.
Go here then.
Oh, and
Oh,
Yara
and always
starting
try to
at the-
keep a pair in your hand, either a pair of colors or a pair of icons,
Okay.
because they'll help you get out of situations.
Yeah, the Earth is going to become
So,
increasingly more
yeah.
dangerous, and your cards are going to.
for any of the actions that Arrio explained, they're also in the back of your roll.
also on the back of our card.
Yep, yeah. So the ones that I went through at the beginning, they're there at the back to let you know what you can do with the cards in your hand. All right, so looks like we're all out here. Mike, who are you, Yara?
Hey Varoth, how you doing? Yes, I had to wear the Togepi shirt for the game.
I noticed that
Oh,
too.
is that a Togepi shirt?
Yeah.
That's why I said I liked your
Yeah,
shirt.
it's all about dinos and eggs,
The eggs.
and so I thought it was the perfect shirt to wear.
Dinosaurs come out of eggs. He has egg
And
bait.
then I
Oh,
have
yeah.
a baby.
That's
And
awesome.
so-
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
I love
I
Togepi.
just thought of some Hawaiian
That's why I
shirt
said
or
I liked your
something.
shirt.
Yeah, it's kind of it's like loud but also subtle with the
Yeah.
thing. Like, so if you don't know, it's like
Yeah, if you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah, I didn't
And
know,
so-
but I know once you told me. I was like, oh, that's it. Okay.
oh. Togepi.
Boom.
Alright, so I'm gonna go first. So I added a
Okay,
meteor.
so Michael started us off. Normally at the start of your turn you add a meteor, but we did that in setup, so now his turn will go, and on your turn, you must play at least one card from your hand.
Alright, I'm
But you
going
can play
to
as many as you
play
want.
a move enemy. I'm gonna go ahead and move Bruno out of my tile.
How dare you?
How
Alright.
dare you?
Did you guys want to put our discard cards here for now, or just put them where we are?
You can just put a pile
Okay.
for now, so that way everybody knows
This
where to
it looks
put
like this is out of the way, so that'd be good.
Cat.
All right. I can play more actions, but I'm just gonna end my turn. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the turn and flip this over to indicate we're in the sky's fallen phase.
All right.
The sky is
The sky
falling.
is falling.
The sky
so
is
when
falling.
Mike is done playing, we go to the sky's falling. In this phase, it's pretty straightforward. All active meteors are going to rotate down one on their axis. And then anybody who's playing chicken with the meteor is going to be rewarded with card draw.
Okay.
So that would be Mike. So we'll check to see anybody who's under a meteor at this point of the game. He is, and
I
he
have 4
doesn't.
cards.
He doesn't have his max hand size, so he can draw a card from the draw pile if he wants.
And what is max hand size?
5.
5.
Mhm. All right, and then after we do that, we just do a boom check, and this just checks is anything blowing up. If it is, we'd go to the boom phase, but nothing is, so we'll just go ahead and pass the token over and start a new round with Deanna.
Okay, so my options are I can do this or
So the first thing that you'll do is add a meteor
add a meteor.
at the start of
To
your turn. so you
any
can-
spot, not.
yeah, any spot that doesn't have a meteor
That doesn't-
already.
it's-
Yeah.
Are they different? Because this
Yes.
one has
Yes,
short.
they're
Yeah,
all
yeah.
different.
So
That will
there's-
check- that will blow.
You don't
Whoa.
know what
There's
type.
6
How
meteors.
dare you?
Yes.
How dare
You
you?
made the booming commence.
So you got a 1, so that's gonna pop at the end of your turn. So that was a good play.
Okay.
You said you like chaos. I'm just giving it to
I
you.
do like it. You got me.
Anyway, okay.
So to answer your question about that symbol, is to swap any 2 meteors, but the meteors that are on the board, they're both the same, so it won't. You could use
They're
it.
in the same place.
You could use it maybe as
Yeah,
like one action that we don't have to worry about doing anything else.
Like if one's about to boom and one's at like 2, you could like swap
Yeah,
and
exactly.
target somebody.
But if you only needed to play the one action on your turn, that could be a good play. Just to play the one action,
Just to get the.
Okay.
if you wanted to.
So what's my next option?
So now you have to play a card.
Yeah,
Right.
so you must play at least 1 card, but you can play as many as you want.
And I pick. Okay, so I can either move.
So the move enemies and move enemy and bumps can be, you can move anyone on the board. It doesn't have to be next to you.
Okay. And bumps is like they move and they move the person next to them.
If
Yeah.
they share occupy the same space,
Yes.
and
Okay.
you move to it.
So you always move first, and then the follow-up action happens.
Okay, and then the one that's on the card I'm on, what does that do again?
So
Let's
if
do-
you're on it, you just play 1 card from your hand with that icon
Okay.
in order to do that ability, and that ability is on the
Yeah,
back.
it's on the back.
So it's right here.
So that in this case, you'd swap any 2 meteors.
Okay.
So that one's probably not so helpful for you. Maybe like a land shift is, or a move meteor if you wanted to do it.
So those that I can't see it, it's a purple with a circle above it. It's the purple
It's a
icon on
swap
top left.
the meteor.
Yeah,
Yeah, swap
the
them.
little dot means it's a meteor.
So okay, I'm just like figuring out because some of
Yeah.
these cards are both green and they have different symbols.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
So, but only the double symbols is the thing that you need to play to activate. Like
If
these
you're not
things?
on it.
Yeah, if you're not
on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's 2 colors, then that's when you get to use your dino power, which is your unique dinosaur ability.
Okay.
So
for instance, I have these 2 that have this symbol on
Okay.
them that match, and I also and I also have this one.
Yep.
So how does this give me 2 different options or something I could do?
Yes, it does. So you can play both of them in conjunction with one another. With, let's say you wanted to do this one, you'd play them down together to do move meteor, and you can move any meteor 1 space to the left or to the right of its current position.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then this one, what about that one?
That rotates the axis. So this will allow you to kick up a meteor back up 1. You can't speed up a meteor, but you can postpone it from falling. So you'd be able to kick this one back up to 2.
You wouldn't want to do
prevent
that to help him out.
Yeah, because he's gonna.
and also be
blow up.
aware
Yeah.
that like Arrio said earlier, your cards are a very scarce commodity in this
Okay.
game.
So I could also just not play anything.
You have to play 1.
You have
You have to
play-
play
You
at
have
least
to play
one. Yeah.
one.
like
But you could just play a movement. You could move. I mean, I wouldn't do this, but you could move this person over here.
If you
Whoever
like,
that
if you
is.
like your position, like you don't want to move yourself, like you said, you could play this symbol and just swap this.
even though it's the same, it's still an action.
That way you could stay where you're at, but at least you play 1 action.
I think I'll do that because
Okay.
just to get that one card
Okay.
played
Yep.
because I don't
So-
think I want to use these yet.
Exactly.
Something like this.
Yep.
Okay.
So that keeps it the same one, but at least you do a
And then
single
that's
action.
discarded.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just to kind of use the
You
action.
can put it right here.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you're comfortable and you're done, just flip the token over to indicate
Unless you
your
want to
turn.
play more cards. Up
Yep.
to you.
Unless you want to play more.
No.
All right.
Alright,
Sky's falling.
Sky's falling.
So we'll rotate everything down 1, and then we'll do draw check. So red and yellow are under.
And I have 5.
So
you
I
couldn't
don't-
If
draw.
Arrio wants to explain if people were critiqued about who draws first.
Oh, well, everything goes in turn order from whoever's holding the player token. So if there's any 2 people who can draw, it's I personally don't have it as a hardcore rule where they have to draw in order. I know that order is important with card draw at the table. So when that comes up, it would just start from Deanna, then would go to you, me, Lynn, Mike in draw order, right?
Okay.
And that'll happen with anything else that ties an action. So did you draw, Mike?
I maxed out at 5. Right?
Okay, cool. All right, so everybody drew, so now we'll go into the boom phase. And we do have booming meteors. So now what's going to happen is that order of operation is going to happen because we have 2 people under a boom. That means you're going to have to get out first.
Okay.
And the way that you get out is a single action. So a single action is just playing a card or playing 2 matching icons or your dino power.
And it doesn't even have to be like a move me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just put any card
So
in.
you
get
get to
put- you
survive.
get put-
Just survive.
Yeah, the
You
card
can
has to
even-
be
you
that you
can
survive.
actually play the yellow card, which is move enemy and bump. You can move the
put
enemy
Phoebe.
and bump you
I mean,
out
I
of
wouldn't
it.
Take
do that,
Arrio out.
you know.
Take
I don't
Arrio
know.
out.
Interesting.
I don't know what this talk is all.
So like,
The whole part is to kill it off the designer. right?
Everyone's a friend until you play a game, and then
Yeah.
everyone's an enemy.
it's all nice.
It's all nice and games.
This isn't a co-op game.
Okay. I think I am gonna just I'm gonna just move me.
Alright,
Okay,
yourself.
safe.
Play it smart.
And I'm gonna go this way.
Okay.
Because then I couldn't get bumped if they moved Arrio.
Right.
And so, and then vice versa. If I moved there, I could get bumped by.
Yeah, you could have got bumped over.
So you're out. You're good.
So I'm safe.
Now,
So you
next
can't
is
get bumped if there's two people.
Well, no one's here to bump us.
There's nobody.
No one's next to us.
Okay.
Versus like if I moved here, and Mike came over, he could bump me back. To
I can bump you back into it.
And so.
So the
Or
boom
vice
face
versa,
only
yeah.
ends when there is nobody.
You're running
in a
away
meteor.
from people.
Oh, okay.
Meteors. So it could keep going back and forth.
Oh, okay. So in that case, I would get another turn. If I
Yes,
got
so
bumped
you're
by
not
us.
immediately.
Oh, okay.
The boom phase only ends when there's immediately everyone is out of a boom
Okay.
meteor.
So go ahead, Mike. You're under.
I
You
am
gotta
going
get
to
out.
actually rotate and delay it from booming by one
Okay, so
digit.
you just postponed it. Okay. All right.
You
So
just like pushed it back.
Yeah.
No.
Nope, guys,
Nope.
it's not falling.
Yeah.
I lied.
Okay.
So that gets passed on to Cameron.
There you go.
all right, and now what's going to happen is meteors are going to impact. When a
Oh yeah,
meteor
before we pass
impacts,
it, yeah, sorry.
this will turn the tile over into
Oh.
lava.
Oh, now the floor is lava.
The floor
The floor, then literally, now we're gonna play a game of floor is lava.
That's
Look at that. That is so cool.
So lava is deadly in two scenarios. Basically, you can't end your turn on lava. So like the turn you just had, Deanna, like you couldn't have ended it on
I
lava.
need like hop on it.
Yeah, you can be on it, you can move across it, you just can't end your turn when you have this token on it. And then the second scenario where it's deadly is if you're on lava and a booming meteor, it's called a deadly impact. And the only way to get out is to use two matching icons or two matching color cards.
Okay.
You can't do any more of the single card stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay?
Interesting.
Yeah, so make sure you keep a matching pair like throughout the rest of the game.
Good to know.
All right, so it's
It's my turn.
yeah, it's you.
I'll get
Can I do
a
that?
meteor.
Either
Knew I
way, you
didn't
can
wanna
also
play
you
those.
can move into lava when your turn when it's not your turn.
Okay. So, I got a 3.
Okay.
Ooh.
So,
So
You
slow
got plenty
burn.
of time.
Plenty of time.
so I think what I am
Chunky
going
one.
to do is place that here,
Mm-hmm.
and then for my turn, I'm gonna play a move
Ooh.
and move under the meteor.
Smart.
Nice.
some
Okay.
card
good.
draw.
So that way
That
I'll
was a good
get some
play.
card draw.
Yep.
So, and then I don't want to play anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Did you play a card? Sorry,
Yep.
I missed
Yes,
it.
I did
Okay,
play the
cool.
move.
Awesome.
Yeah, yes. So then I'll flip that over.
Yep.
We'll go to the sky is falling.
Mhm.
So the
Rotate.
meteors will tick down.
Anyone underneath, they draw a card as long as they have 5.
Starting with you.
Starting
Okay.
with you.
So I will draw.
I'm also not under it. I have 4.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I had
Okay.
3.
So I'm gonna grab 1.
I had 3. Now I have 4.
I see people saying he had 5.
Yeah.
Let him have it.
Yeah, that's why I'm showing my cards just in case.
The judge. Okay, so you guys did it. So this one's blowing up. So Mike, you got to get out,
Awesome.
or you could die.
Or you could just choose to stay.
That's always a great idea, isn't it? I am gonna let me see this. I am going to do a move you and bump. So I'm gonna move over this towel and bump Bruno over there.
Okay.
We don't
We're all
bump Bruno.
together.
All right. So you got out. So this will impact. This will flip this over to lava, and we'll take this out. I'll take this and add a meteor. Ooh, hot dog.
So we got a single, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
A 1-turn meteor.
One turn. So I don't want to do this.
This is always the part where like, do I make friends or make enemies?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna do this.
Ooh.
What? Because I haven't done anything in the game?
Yeah, you just Lynn
We're
always
just hanging
sits
out.
There's
there.
always no wonder why
Quietly
you're so
sneaking.
quiet over there.
He tells other people, "Oh yeah, do that play." And when
Yeah.
his turn, no, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not good. I made this game. I know what you should do. Okay, so I put it there. What do I want to do? Okay. I hear you.
I hear you.
So I'm gonna play move enemy and bump,
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ah.
and then I'm gonna
Second
play
move.
move enemy.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
yeah.
everyone.
Triple play.
Oh.
Triple play.
Baseball, triple play.
That's
Inside
it.
baseball.
Inside baseball.
Inside baseball.
Inside baseball. Okay, so we'll rotate these, rotate that, and then you could do card draw. So
Starting
Anyone
from you,
do one?
Ario.
starting with
I
Bruno.
don't. I already have.
Okay, Mike.
I have 5. Oh no, I do not have 5.
Okay.
Just making sure you guys know. 4.
And then Deanna, you can draw if you don't have 5.
I do not.
All right, cool. Okay, so now we've got a boom. We got 3 people under, so we'll go in order. So
Sorry for me.
Lynn has to get out first. Maybe he gets you guys out.
Yeah,
you don't have to
maybe.
use a card.
I could.
You could? Then do it.
I could.
Make some friends.
Make
What
some
does
room.
this symbol mean again?
Land shift.
That's the
Yeah. So you're shifting any two adjacent lands on the board with each other.
Do you stay on the land you're
Yes,
on?
you do.
Yeah.
So meteor stands and you move with the land.
Okay.
Okay. So it's my
So
turn.
in other
No,
words,
no,
so
it's-
it starts
Oh
with
yeah,
land.
it goes this
In
way.
In other words, save us.
I will save you guys. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a move enemy and bump. So I'm gonna move this enemy and bump
And
everybody.
Whoa.
Friend.
Did not
Whoa.
expect.
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
That's the triple play.
It's like armored herbivores stick together. Because,
Oh, yeah.
because we all have spikes and
Watch
like
him now use
Yeah.
this symbol and put us all back in it.
Or like melee herbivores.
Melee herbivores.
That's awesome.
Poor long necks like I'm just here.
I'm chilling.
So, you know what? I am gonna put you all back
Oh.
in it. I'm gonna play it as the plane shift
Oh my
and
goodness.
swap around.
Oh boy. And
No.
then so let's continue again.
Take
So it goes
that.
Back to me.
Lynn.
Should I
So go-
save you guys again? Or put him in trouble again?
It's up to you.
So is it my turn?
Nope, not yet.
So it still
Oh.
keeps going
Still,
around.
yeah, still keep going around.
She's like, I want to take out.
Don't worry.
I have plans.
I got
I'm
plans.
gonna do a move meteor. Because I'm on the move meteor.
Oh.
And guess what? I saved you guys again. What can I do about it?
Yeah, that changes what I was gonna do.
You guys should be happy. I'm saving everyone. Wasting.
You can
my
go
own
into the
cards.
lava, so don't be
Yeah.
aware.
So yeah, I can't end my turn on the wall.
You have 3
Yeah,
cards,
because
right?
but it's not your
No.
turn right now.
You have to have
Oh,
3.
right.
So-
Okay.
You played 2 cards already.
Right now
The
we're
last
just in
card.
boom
Oh,
phase.
yeah. Okay.
Man, I really wish I could.
Can do that.
I wish I
again?
had another swap. Like that would have been so good.
This would have been awesome if you have your Dino power though. Because your Dino power, man, you will move everyone back into it.
Yeah, so your Dino Power will move you 1 space, and then anybody who's within a range of 2 of you after that movement, which would be all these people, are going to move 1 in the same direction. So if you move this way, you'd move them all over.
Oh, okay.
So I think I need an explanation on these symbols.
Yeah.
What these mean.
Yeah, definitely. So the green is the movement, the blue is the range, and the red is the hit. So that means if you used your Dino Power, you would move 2 spaces. Then any dinosaurs who are within a 1 tile space range of you on both sides are affected by your hit. So in this case, you would move 2 spaces, and then anybody within 1 would move 1 space towards you. So you would suck me in if you moved that way.
Spiky dinosaur.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and so
So
hers is towards you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Well,
all
mine
different.
is in the same direction.
yours is like
Oh, okay.
All the stats will add up to
Okay.
4, but you'll notice some, like hers is good for movement.
And when can you use that?
Yeah, whenever you have the ability to play cards, you can use it, and it's just any
So
2
this
matching
is like
colors.
instead of a card.
So-
This is like your
Oh,
like, you
no, no.
always have it. Wait.
No, sorry, you have to play any 2 matching color cards in order to use it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. You would just use it
So
like
it's
on
like
your
a
turn.
bonus if you want when you play cards.
It's like if your Dino movements, the simple text doesn't work, the land effects are not working to your ability. The Dino
You just
power
play
allows
a
you,
throwaway card and use
and you
that
can get
instead.
1 in return. So it's you get
Okay.
you technically always you spend 2 and get 1 back.
Okay. Interesting.
Well, I think I'm gonna have to end this phone. So I was like,
Is that what you wanna do?
that's not the one I wanted to play. I wanted to play this one and bump.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna just move back here
And bump everyone
and
onto
bump
the top.
everyone over.
Keep in mind also if you were to go this way and if no one's there, you could still use it for his move you. You don't have to bump.
Right, but then I would be in
Oh, yeah,
on
you-
lava, right? So
You'd
it's
be
like-
okay.
You'll still be
You'd
okay.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
it's
it's
not
not your
your-
turn. It's
Oh.
not your turn.
But if you wanted to.
Oh,
this is
well,
not-
okay.
So during the
okay.
boom phase, anybody can go into lava. You can push into lava. You
Okay,
can
well,
move into
okay,
lava.
okay.
Oh,
You
he's
just-
he has a different plan.
You just
Nice.
can't.
So yeah, I thought I thought I couldn't end on the lava.
No.
So that does change what I want to do. So I think in that case I am gonna move. You know what? No, we're not. We're just- I don't want to burn. I don't want to potentially burn more cards.
Yeah.
So
All right,
so we're gonna
everybody.
do that.
So there's a interesting thing. So since now we got a couple of turns going around, at the end of your beginning of your active turn, if you have 0 cards in your hand, you automatically draw 5 cards.
Okay.
If you have 0 cards before your turn ends and flip in the token, you can draw 1 card.
Okay.
So those are the other 2 ways of getting cards.
Okay. Let's have some fun.
All right.
Well, everybody gets cards there, so it's a good thing.
What would you like to do?
Play a bunch of cards like you did last time. It'll pay off.
Yeah, the having to make it back to your turn with cards
Yeah.
is definitely like
Yeah.
That's why playing chicken with the meteor is very
Yeah.
useful.
yeah, it's just like oh man, because like I could do stuff, but it's like oh man, I might not get back around to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is your resources are like always dwindling throughout the game. So that's why also Dino Power is good because you could draw a card by using it too.
And probably draw the right card you need.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been putting my cards actually put in here. So I'm gonna play this symbol here. I lied to you guys. I was gonna help you guys, but no.
Oh, we swapping meteors.
Yes.
Oh,
And,
no.
Anything else?
and then that's it. I'm gonna flip over the token.
Woo.
And this guy's falling. Rotate the meters down,
So we roll
Okay.
them.
and then anyone underneath may draw a card. Starting from me. I'm gonna draw a card.
So we get
Then
this.
shuffle
Yep.
the deck.
So the next is me, but I already have 5 cards, so
And I
I'm
have
good.
5 as well.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Nobody else will draw. And
So
Starting from me.
then Lynn's
starting
gotta
from
get
you,
out.
you gotta get out of boom.
No problem.
How would you like to do? No problem.
Not worried.
Not a problem.
Because I'm just gonna do this crazy thing here.
It's
That was all the planning.
It's
Oh
all
my
coming
God.
together.
All right. So then everybody's out because he did that. This blows up. This comes out. Mike, it'll be your turn.
Alright, back to me.
So that's the first round.
That was the first
done one
round.
That was the
rotation.
first rotation we've done.
Alright, so let's see. Oof.
What'd you get? A 2, right?
Oh, he's not.
Phoebe
having
was not
fun.
being picked on a lot, so let's pick on
What are you
Phoebe.
talking about?
So what I am gonna do is, this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna do my Dino Power. Here's my 2 matching text cards.
Okay. What's your Dino Power do?
If you want to show that to them.
Oh, so you can do matching text or matching
No,
symbols.
no, it's matching text for the
Matching
Dino
text.
Power.
For
So
for this.
the power, yeah. So it doesn't have to match your color card. So,
Oh, okay.
but mine is gonna move 1 space, so I'm gonna move that way towards
Yep.
Ruby.
Okay.
Words escaping me. And there's within 1 range of me, I can actually push all the dinosaurs within range of me 2 spaces away from me. The person that's on me, I can choose the direction.
Okay.
So these ones are gonna get pushed
That way.
1, 2 over
Oh,
here,
no.
and you're gonna get pushed to 1, 2 this
Okay.
way. Actually, no, you know what? I'm gonna push you 1, 2 that way
Mm.
instead.
Okay. That's better.
And
It's good play.
Yep, and then
You want to draw because you use your Dino
yep,
Power?
I am gonna draw for using my Dino Power.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna do a move you and bump, but I'm just gonna move myself. There's no one there to bump, so it just becomes a move you.
Alright.
And I'm gonna end my turn.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
Rotate the
Yep.
meters down.
Rotate.
Anyone underneath may draw a card starting from Mike.
yep, I am gonna draw.
And
And
then-
5.
Okay.
I'm not
You're
under
not under.
meteor.
Arrow.
I'll take one for show.
I'll take 1.
All right. So now it
No
is.
no
Oh wait,
booming?
is there a
Yep.
booming? Nope. It is your turn.
Okay.
Okay, you got this, Deanna.
So I gotta shuffle these.
Let's see.
Second round
Like these
begins.
Shuffling skills.
I gotta say, I really like the combination of like the different land powers and how that like brings stuff in. Like I definitely get
The
what you're
environmental
saying.
effects.
Yeah, like what you're saying at the beginning of it. It adds a bit more complexity.
Mhm.
But I really like that added mechanic of it's not just me moving. It's okay. Well, they could swap the tiles. They could
Yeah.
move the things around. Like I really liked the play you did,
Yeah.
where you swapped them.
You thought I did it for a purpose, but
Yeah.
when the boom came, I swapped it back.
Yeah, like that
So-
was
Made
super,
everybody fear to use all the
Yeah.
cards.
like that's super cool. I really like that as a mechanic.
Awesome.
So you got to play at least 1 card.
We're surrounded by lava.
Surrounded,
Ruby.
and you just can't end your turn.
So it just happened, and I'm gonna because the
Oh,
you
yes.
put the meteor. Where did you put the meteor? Right here. Okay, cool. So what just happened now is every tile except one either has lava or a meteor or both. So that means we're gonna take this token, which is the safe token. We're gonna place it above the one tile that doesn't have lava or a meteor. And this is going to be the one safe tile for the rest of the game.
Okay.
So this, you can't put a meteor over this tile or get it to turn into lava. Whenever you do any of the board manipulations, you can continue to do that. But if anything you do would create all tiles to be a threat, you cannot do that move.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
now becomes the King of the Hill game.
Yeah, so now we're
So
trying
you-
to stay there.
yeah. So now you'll see where you're going to try to traverse to. Yeah, exactly. Mike's got the furthest run, so
Some
boo-boo.
options for you, Deanna, is
Yeah.
you can use this symbol to turn this clock back, because if you have the one
You just
card,
have to have one of them so
Yep.
you're there.
you can also
Okay.
do move you to get out of there, or you could just
So I
stay
can play
there.
any card that has that symbol, regardless of whatever it says.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Two cards if you're not on the space.
Okay.
But using a lot of cards is not good.
I'm gonna do this and do that.
Oh,
and
okay.
turn it back.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
And I was like, yeah. I took my
Delay.
time. Like, what are my options here?
Oh, for sure.
So you can end your turn there and just flip over the token,
Okay.
and then rotate.
That might be a
Spin.
package.
Oh, okay.
All right.
order stuff.
That's my dinosaur.
Oh, yeah, that one too.
Oh, that's our neighbor.
Were we too loud?
All right, so we rotate all the meteors down. Anybody on the meteor can draw a card.
Let me see. I believe Deanna is at 4. Yes. So she'll draw a card.
Cool.
Yep.
Good
All
call.
right, sorry.
I'm at 4, so I'll drive.
I am
Man,
also at 4.
You're really keeping it in that hot tub there.
Yeah. And just to clarify again, I'm okay because it's not my turn.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
So
Okay.
to make it clarify to anybody else that's reading
Only
this.
when you get this token and it's on
That's-
this
that's the only
side,
time it
you can't
matters.
end
Okay.
this time on it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So now
So all
we did
drawn?
it. Yep. So
So
Mike, you
got
gotta
one
get out.
boom.
Good luck.
And so I like the one safe tile. That's a fun.
Yeah. So we had it so that way there was something for everyone to traverse to.
I'm not on the tiles, but I'm gonna use this to swap the land.
Use
So-
2 of them.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm gonna swap the land here.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
fun.
Why are you picking on Cameron?
Oh, fun.
What is
So
this?
he's under a deadly impact.
All right.
Which means
So-
it's 2 for me to get out.
Yeah.
Yes. And
The 2 matching.
They have to match.
You know, you gotta take out the
which
host.
causes it to take this out.
Oh yeah, so now we'll take this off because what he did
Because now there's a
exposed
safe.
another.
Now there's
Yep.
a safe spot.
Yeah, so now like if you might want to put that one or put the meteor here again or something.
Okay. And so it doesn't really matter what the cards, or does it still matter what the cards do?
Yeah, it has
or
to
is
get
Yes.
you out. Whatever
has to
you
get me out.
whatever you play,
Okay.
it has to successfully.
And does that
get you out.
include using my Dino power?
Yep, your
Yep.
Dino
Or-
power is a
Dino-
two is a
so it's
combo.
Dino
It's 2
power,
matching
yep.
colors.
Okay.
Or 2 matching icons. Those are the only 2 ways to get out
Okay.
of here.
So I have double yellow
Okay.
for
Lucky.
just such an
Lucky.
occasion.
Oh wow!
That's why I changed my mind on doing the bump earlier.
That was a good
I know because
play.
you'd mentioned that at the
Uh-huh.
beginning of making sure to have double something.
Yes.
And
So you have 0 cards, right?
so I have 0 cards.
Well, first do your Dino
First,
power.
yeah,
First
first
is
you
my
play,
plan.
so
So I will
which
move.
way you want to go?
So I move 1
Yep.
because I don't want to move under the other meteor. I guess I could move under.
you
the
could
could.
if you wanted, but they're both equidistant to
Yeah.
the.
Which
But I
means-
suggest you going that way, yes,
Yeah.
because
'Cause
someone
then-
might put you underneath again,
Yeah.
and you don't have any cards.
And so then everyone within 2 spaces gets bumped 1.
Yep.
One.
In the same direction you went.
Same direction
Yep,
I
that's
went.
right. Mhm.
And it causes everybody to get out of boom.
Okay, so that was a good play. You escaped the boom, and then now you have the option of drawing a card because you use your dino
So
power.
I highly
So
suggest
which I
you
would not
don't.
want to do here.
Correct. Yeah.
So,
you-
then I'll get 5
this turned
cards
out
on
in
my
a
turn.
huge
100
favor
cards.
for
because
you.
you're gonna about to be the
Yeah.
first player.
So this
Yeah.
turned out in a big favor for
All
you.
right, so this will blow up. If it's already lava, it just stays lava. We'll take this out and
So
pass
this
it to
comes
you.
back to me.
And
and
now,
then you draw 5 cards.
well, first you'll
first turn.
actually draw a meteor,
Okay.
and then you'll place the meteor
And so
before
we
you draw.
got a 3.
Okay, slow burn.
So I could place it over there and make it so
Make
that
your
my
type-
spot becomes the safe spot.
You could also place it on lava, so it's
Okay.
okay
Oh,
if you
oh,
do
right,
place
right,
it on
right.
lava. So,
Sorry, neighbor stuff.
Yeah, and okay. I keep forgetting that. Like, obviously, we have like some. I've had some over lava. It was this one, but I keep forgetting and thinking like the other ones.
Cameron almost perished.
Yes,
Got
I was
it.
very close
He
to dying.
But then he got
Happy
this
face, like,
lucky
you got him.
Yeah, he did a perfect play.
He did a perfect
dumped 2
play,
of his
yeah.
cards, and now he's about to draw a full 5 because
because he
starting
got
his
0
turn.
cards at the
Yeah.
beginning of his turn.
He's like that. I'm like,
think-
I just want to live.
I just want to live. You know what? I think we are going to put this where
Yes.
I am,
Card draw.
which will put that here.
Yep,
Exactly.
nice.
And so then I'll
5.
draw 5
Draw
for
5
my
cards.
turn. 1, 2, 3,
Start pushing
4,
everybody.
5.
Yep.
And then, okay, now I have to reassess what I have.
Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, this would be nasty if you had a double of this card.
Guess we can shuffle these and put underneath it.
Yeah, sure.
That would be nice.
That would be nice.
You know,
that would be really
that
nice.
would be nice. And then, okay.
Yes, this one's gonna blow. That one's gonna blow.
Okay.
Everybody's moving us closer to safety. I like it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did we get pushed to lava?
Yes, I bumped you over there.
Thanks.
Right. Okay.
Okay, we're closer to safety.
Closer to safety.
He just got 5 new cards.
Oh no.
I think we're going to do. I'm gonna just do a move enemy, and
Okay.
then cards in hand.
I'm at
I got
5.
2.
5.
I got
I have
4.
5.
Okay.
Mike has the
Oh,
fewest.
and you're already there.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. So let's move. You know what? We're gonna talk about Bruno.
Yeah.
We're gonna bring Bruno
Nice.
in
Oh, boy, no.
into the.
Good. He'll
into
have to
that.
get out first.
So.
It's okay.
And then.
You don't know.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm
You don't know
alright.
that.
It's okay.
And then we're gonna flip this over,
Okay.
Alright.
and we tick down.
Okay.
And
And then
then
you-
I have 4 cards now, so
Okay.
I'll draw another card.
Okay. And then.
Glenn, did you
Lynn?
want to draw a card?
I have 5.
Oh, I will draw
Oh,
a
you did? I
card.
thought you said 4.
I lied. Yeah.
And you know,
No.
I'll make sure you don't
You
know my
lied.
strategy.
you know, Triceratopses are notorious for being
Liars.
deceptive.
Impulsive liars.
The most deceptive of dinosaurs.
That's a fact. That's a dino
Yeah.
fact.
Sarah and Land Before Time did have like an attitude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sensing it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
sensing
sensing
it.
Spike was just like, I exist.
I exist.
Alright, so I'm going to use my Dino power. 2 matching color cards.
Okay.
I'm going to go 1, 2 is my Dino power.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody within 1 will move in the same direction.
Thanks. Save
So
it
you're,
up.
so you're welcome, guys.
Did you want to draw a card?
And yes, I want to.
All right.
Alright.
Mike?
Appreciate the free travel.
Yeah.
I am.
Everyone's all different directions.
It's just laying on the top of it.
Everybody's lounging over there in the safe spot.
Just in a pile.
I know.
I'm going to tick back time.
Oh.
I can turn back time. Suddenly share.
Suddenly,
Sure.
okay.
Alright.
This will
that-
pop. This will come out, and I'll start us off. 1. That's what I'm talking about. You guys thought you could get away.
Get away.
And so here, just to clarify what you talked about the other time.
Yep.
So if you were to like put this here,
Mm-hmm.
and then you couldn't swap these tiles, right?
Correct.
Because it would
Correct.
make every tile would potentially be
Correct.
unsafe.
Yeah, because
Okay.
that would be a lava, and then this would be a
Okay.
meteor. Yep.
So I want to make sure I was understanding that.
Mhm.
Because
But
then
you
if the
could do-
meteor pops on the lava, it becomes like, what is it again?
It's a deadly impact.
Deadly impact.
Where you have to do
Like
two
if
matching cards.
somebody's on, so like it'll still be a place you can go, but
Yes.
like if you're there when it pops, you're just like
It's harder for you to
It's
get
harder-
out.
you're dead. Yeah.
Mhm.
So what he could do is, if he did put it there, he can use the symbol move meteor, and you can probably move this one into this to change that into a permanent safety.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of ways
Hey,
to
stop giving
manipulate
ideas.
it.
Stop giving
Oh,
ideas.
sorry
There
about
are
that.
definitely.
That's my meteor, man.
Or he's like, I'm in charge of this
Yeah,
meteor.
I'm in charge.
With my cosmic power,
I'm just saying, you can
controlling
help
where
me.
where these meteors come down.
this forum is telling me how to play. No. Let's see here. I do kind of want to do that, but I want to get fancy. I feel the pressure to think. I want to do this. I want to get you guys away. You got a bunch of cards, huh?
I only got 4.
Or 5.
Only
Or 5.
Or
Or
It's
It's
just
a
making
mystery.
up numbers.
it's a mystery. You don't talk about Bruno, yeah?
you know,
It's a secret.
Okay.
Oh.
sneaky. sneaky.
Wait, it goes here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Okay.
Of course.
Of course.
This is
I
all-
definitely understand what's going on. I definitely get your strategy.
Oh my
This
gosh.
game is also reminiscent of the ride at Disney World,
Oh yeah, yeah.
where they're like, we gotta get the iguanodon before the meteor hits.
Oh, that's interesting. There's like the ride in Disney World.
Yeah,
Is
you're-
that called Dinosaur?
It's called Dinosaur.
Oh,
And
dinosaur
it-
like from the
Yeah, like
movie.
the
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
Why
It's
me?
in Animal Kingdom.
Whoa.
Why not?
Why not?
Oh.
Yeah, you're like going through animatronic dinosaurs with like meteors
Ah,
falling, and then
that's
they're like,
actually
we
quite
gotta get it for some reason.
For
You're in a-
Just
you're
for
in a time
science.
machine. Yeah, I don't really remember why we're
Alright,
trying to. I
alright.
think it's like some guy just wants to save the iguanodon or something.
All
Well, I
right,
don't
so
think
draw a
that's
card.
nice.
Card draw. Sorry,
Lynn,
sir.
for me?
Alright, no,
So
yeah.
you, Lynn. I'm
Lynn.
not under, so Lynn.
I am
Mike.
under.
And
You
Ruby.
And I'm at 5.
You're at 5.
Alright.
Okay, alright, so then Lynn, you gotta get out first. Deadly Impact.
No problem. I am gonna do my dino
Just
power.
punt it with your horns.
1, 2, back where I was. And then these two.
Trapped.
How come he can move 2?
Because that's his dino.
Oh, the power.
You
Yeah,
move.
'cause it's
See,
the
just
same
as
as your
yours.
So
dino
he played
power.
2 move enemies and used his powers.
Yes.
Okay.
You pull, he bumps.
Okay.
Alright,
I'm
Mike.
a black hole. Just
Yes, a
everybody.
black hole.
So you use your tail and you suck
and
him
I
in.
used my dino power to
It's like fishing. You'll take
Alright,
this.
I am
Yeah.
using
Great
my
command.
dino power, and I'm gonna move 1 space.
Yes. This way, right? Haha. All part of my plan, Chief.
Yes, which pulls.
How many cards you have?
I'm
0?
gonna bump 1, 2,
Negative.
and since you guys are on with me,
Yeah.
Bring him to the bump, to the boom. No.
1, 2.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
It's okay.
Yeah, I know. You're just gonna save us
I'm
too.
like
Alright,
in
and
the
I use my dino power, so I draw
swimming.
1 card.
Yeah.
Oop.
You're just hanging out in
Just
the
hanging
lava,
out in the lava.
getting a tan.
Set you up, Lynn. You got set.
All right, Len. Oh wait, no. So I did. So it goes back around. Anybody else under boom? Besides,
Yeah,
no.
Lynn.
Like,
This way.
Get out.
okay, so can
Ivan.
anybody? Okay, you only do it if you're under. You can only play if you're under a.
Yeah.
meteors.
Yeah.
So we look at who's.
So when is it bad that you're on the lava again?
When you have this on this side up.
Okay,
Yes.
and you're in the.
active
Yeah.
turn.
It's your active turn. Yeah.
Okay, so right now we're like crossing.
Are you able
It's,
to?
it's like you're like just visiting.
You're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
visiting.
I still got it.
We're dancing.
Yeah, dancing on the graves of the other dinos.
Yeah.
Oh.
Family
That
game.
dark.
we're just hanging out.
Just
Sorry.
hanging out. Just-
There's definitely nothing bad has happened with these meteors coming down. I'm sorry.
It's all peace. Peace.
Len, what are you gonna do when it comes for you?
Look at this. We got him in a conundrum. Remember, death is always an option.
That is all.
You could just die.
Okay.
Pressure. 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 Pressure.
Dino power again. It is.
Ooh.
Alright. Burn
1,
those
2.
resources. And then we get moved.
Yep, those two move here.
Ooh.
Let's see
Push
it.
Mike back over. Mike, use that dino power. Well, actually, don't.
Move enemy and bump.
Oh.
Okay, good move, good move.
Alright, Cameron.
How many cards do you have in your hand?
1.
Okay.
You could be lying.
Let's
Do it
move
again.
enemy and bump.
All right.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move you and bump. I'm gonna end that there.
Alright, that's
We're
probably
gonna
good.
end the cycle of violence.
Cycle.
Alright, this blows up. This comes off. This was already blown up. I'll take it here and we'll pass it to Lynn. Lynn,
Alright,
you're
and a
up.
meteor. Ooh, a 1. Who should I kill?
Well, I think your only options are lava.
Lava.
You can always get yourself. It's always an option. It could be a huge surprise.
Yeah, no one would see it.
Yeah, no one could see it coming.
You were in the hot tub too long.
Let's put this one here.
All right.
Yeah, it's just a hot spring right now.
And I am going to do a... She's laughing.
Lynn
Move
usually knows
enemy.
everything he's always going to do, so it's good to see him thinking.
Have fun with it.
Okay. So it's a move enemy and bump, so it moves Mike.
Yep.
It's okay,
That's
I
it.
designed this game.
All right.
Ooh.
Oh, get it? Boom.
We rotate.
Rotate. Boom.
Alright,
Starting
so
from
I
Ruby.
can, you can
Would
draw
you like
first.
to draw?
I am at 4, so I will draw.
I'll do it too.
Phoebe will draw.
And then you gotta get,
Yeah,
out first.
shuffle
Cameron.
these.
You know what? but I am just going
So you
to.
have 3 female dinosaurs. And 2. Is there 3?
I'm gonna do the rotate symbol. We're gonna just tick this back.
Oh,
up.
so that's the swap meteors.
Oh, that's swap meteors.
Yes.
I think there's 2 females.
Yes.
But it's
The rotate's the blue
Oh, yeah,
one.
green.
Oh,
Sorry, I
it's the
forgot
blue
what it
So
one.
if you're not on it, you need 2.
George
Okay,
and
okay,
Bruno.
okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
My bad. My bad.
I mean, they
I
can
see
be
what you're
whatever
saying.
they want with whatever names they want, but. I let Phoebe. I just keep thinking of Friends.
Yeah, a lot of people told us that too.
Smelly cat.
Somebody
Smelly
said that.
cat.
Yeah, someone said that to
Somebody
us.
said that was their favorite dinosaur because of Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I don't want to swap meteors because that's bad.
You're on a good one because you can use a single card. Yeah,
Good.
it's the last of it.
I think I am going to do the move meteor.
Oh,
I'm gonna shift this one around.
He's like, I'm not gonna do something
Guess-
that's safe.
guess what?
Tell somebody
Yeah.
So in
else.
turn order, Ario, you're in boom.
I can't just be nice. I have to
Yeah,
go
from
through
you.
the
Yes.
process.
I played too many like cutthroat games. If you go.
All right, I'm gonna use my Dino
Oh, and
power.
that actually takes this off, right?
Oh, you're right.
Yes, it
It
does.
does.
Yep.
Good call, Cameron.
Okay, Dino power.
It's Dino power. I'm gonna go this way,
Okay.
and my Dinosaurus says anybody who's within 2 spaces will go 1 in the opposite direction. So I save Mike, and I put you in the danger
And
seat.
George.
And George.
Danger seat.
So
Danger
starting
seat.
with Len, are you deadly impact?
I'm dead.
Oh,
dead!
no!
I have no matching colors or no matching
Wait,
icons.
do I have to save myself too?
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
will.
do.
Yeah,
you
I'm
will have
gone.
to save yourself.
Blow
So-
over
Do
his
you have
death.
a dino power
Save
or 2
yourself,
matching
Deanna.
icons?
He
I
can't be
have
saved.
either.
So-
I have 2 colors. I also have 2 icons.
Okay, so I'm out.
So which one?
So what?
let's see.
So one that can save you. So
So can
so
I?
you can go over here if you want, or you can go here with a dino power.
Dino power is
So
probably your
can I
best
do?
move. Yep.
Yeah, Dino power and move and hang out with you guys.
Yep.
Yes, you can
And then there's nobody around
to
move.
pull.
Yep,
but you
they're
can get a
already there,
card.
so-
We're already
Yep.
pulled.
We're already
so-
friends. I'm eating your head.
And
Would you like to draw a
You may
card
draw
for-
a card since you use your Dino power.
Okay. Can I? Do I draw just one?
Yeah,
one.
just one.
Yep.
And that's it.
All right, so
Cool.
then everybody got out
I live.
except
live.
Lynn. His dad.
Bruno.
That's
That's
him
why
dead.
we don't
I
talk
just
about Bruno.
because we're at the same thing. I just want to say, curse your 7-bit never
Never
betrayal.
All right, so I'm at. Oh, we have to shuffle these up,
Just
right?
gotta make a Firefly reference also.
Mhm. Oh, good.
Firefly
good.
dinosaur.
Good. Firefly dinosaur.
All
All
right,
right.
so now there's 4. Mike. That's okay. So then this is the safe tile. That's not cool, man.
No cards.
Okay, so
Wow,
you get to draw
Mike had no
5.
cards too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's see what we got here.
You could always come to the meteor.
Come to
Come hang
just
out.
move all the way over
Yeah,
here.
move all
It'll
the
be
way
fun.
over. Yeah,
Way
this is
over.
gonna move. Trust me.
All I'm gonna do is a move enemy. Move enemy and
I'm
bump.
gonna discriminate against the T-Rex.
Yeah, the
Uh-oh,
T-Rex just
well,
wants to
he's
look
got
at
you.
this.
The one carnivore.
Move
The
enemy
one
and bump
card.
again.
Chain
Oh.
bump. Chain bumping.
Oh no!
Try
to get as
Oh,
far
I'm
as
not
I'll
a
end my
fan of
turn.
this. I'm not a fan.
You're
And
done.
I'm gonna end my turn. So
All
I'll
right.
Rotate
take the meters down.
Rotate. I'm at. I'll draw. Yes. Okay. Now I gotta get out. Humana.
So while he's thinking, everyone, favorite dinosaur.
Pachycephalosaurus.
Ooh.
That's the headbutt one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
always
played
my
the Jurassic
favorite.
World Evolution. I know.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's awesome. It's my
Like,
favorite.
what are more obscure ones? Let's see what it is.
Amalgasaurus.
Amalgasaurus.
That was one. Yeah.
I'm
Amalgasaurus.
trying to figure out.
My favorite color is blue, but my favorite dinosaur is the Velociraptor.
Nice.
Mm.
There is a Velociraptor named Blue.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Ah.
You're my boy,
That
Blue.
movie's coming out soon.
It's
Wait,
funny
wait.
because
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah.
is it.
Yeah.
My favorite color is green, and I like the Stegosaurus.
Perfect.
So it turns out it's my favorite too.
I think growing up I loved the Velociraptor, but currently Stegosaurus is my favorite.
All right. So I just moved the meteor over, and then it opened up another safe tile. So
We're good at preventing things.
yeah.
And I'll
We
say
got one.
I'm definitely a casual. I am a big T-Rex and Triceratops.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I get the most popular, everyone loves T-Rexes and
Yeah,
Triceratops.
exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone usually picks it.
And so I'm the filthy casual.
The gosh.
I pick all the mainstream choices.
Oh my gosh, I love that phrase.
So, what is this symbol again?
Move meteor.
Move the
Yep,
meteor.
so you move it one position to the left or to the right.
Okay.
You just be aware you do have to get to the safe tile.
Oh yeah, and you need to get off the lava since it's your turn.
Yeah, that's the most important, is
So-
getting off the lava.
Okay,
You can
so
You can use it in many
It's going here
combinations
or
too.
going there.
I could play. Can I play multiple cards?
Yes,
Yes,
you
it's
can,
your turn, so you can
okay.
you can play as
you
many
want. Yep.
actions as you like.
You just have to play one.
Okay, so could I just play just a move
Mhm.
me
Yes, you
Uh-huh.
can.
and then hop?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But you have to also get out of there because you
You
can't.
can
Yeah.
play more cards. Yes.
So I could play a move me and bump
Yes, you can.
Yep.
and
Bumps me out.
push you.
Nice.
Nice, nice.
That's it.
and
You can end your turn there.
okay.
Woohoo!
Rotate the meters down,
Oh,
and then
but
It's
You
good.
can draw.
I will draw a card.
can you get out?
of course he can. He's the T-Rex.
Do you know who I am?
Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know
Look at that
who I
face.
am?
Look at that
Yeah.
face.
I'm a
very-
little worried.
Does this face look like they don't have a plan?
He's so scared.
That's the face of some confidence.
I love how like doughy eyed, like it's like so
Yeah.
I'm adorable.
I'm adorable.
And I love George just like
Yeah.
I exist.
Yeah.
and
I love
I
George's
help.
face. Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of
Very
made the personality
George
kind of like
face.
swap with the dinosaur. Like you would think like this is the king of the,
Mm-hmm.
but he has this like nervous look in his face.
Yeah, but this is
So
George
I'm gonna
of the
play-
jungle.
A
Okay.
double to use my Dino power.
Dino
Alright.
power.
And
Left or right?
Oh.
This way is closer to
Yeah,
the safe
closer
tile.
to the safe
and that was
tile.
further. So you
You'll push. What's it
yeah,
called?
so I do think I will go this way.
Okay.
and
And
then
then that pushes
Yep.
Space. Would you
pushes Ario
Yep.
over 1.
Would you like to grab a
And you
card?
may
for
draw
your
And I
dino?
can
cards?
draw a card for using my Dino power, which I will do.
Okay. That resolves it. This comes out, and now it's your turn. Here is a meteor.
Okay.
So now you could do the big play, which is
which is
creating a
safe
this
tile.
The safe, yeah.
And-
creating
Because
a
you're
safe
closer
tile,
to it.
yeah, that way, yeah.
You can do exactly what I did. Move everybody far away from you.
So we've been postponing it for a bit, but what'll happen is like everything will be lava
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah.
And then
you're gonna notice
so one
all our
tile.
cards are slowly dwindling down.
Right. And that's why I think, okay, we're going to be bold.
Okay.
Ooh.
We're going to put
That's
that
a good
there.
play.
Okay.
So
Make
that's the
this
safe.
the safe tile.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
And then I'm going to play a move me
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
and move under the meteor.
Well, that is smart.
Interesting.
Gonna hit you in the butt.
Oh, so right in the dino butt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then
And your turn.
I'm going to end my turn.
Cool.
Rotate the
I'll
meter.
take down the meteor. I'm
Draw
the
a
only
card.
one over
Yep.
under, so I will draw a card.
All right. Cool. Keep it moving. 3. About to be a slow burn. I'm just gonna put it over here.
Well, that's what I need to be looking at. Is this?
Mm.
I was like, there's a guy.
Yeah, I keep on. I really like these. I love the iconography.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Nice. That was all in. Yeah.
I think that's really. That's another one of those things that I feel like the more board games you've played,
Yeah.
the more like if you get into a game that has really good iconography, the
Yeah.
more that type of thing stands out.
Yep. Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes me a few plays to like automatically remember what it does. So it helps to have that.
Okay. I'm gonna move myself.
And boom.
Yeah.
Really?
Ooh.
Okay.
You both are playing with danger, with fire.
Yeah.
Hey, they want
I
car-
know
they,
fire,
they want
man.
card draw.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then
I'm just happy being me.
What?
Deanna's just hanging out over here, like y'all do
You're
whatever
happy.
y'all want.
I'm happy.
happy being
Yeah.
me.
No, the only two that are not happy are right there.
Do whatever you want on that other
This
side.
is the
of the
Yeah, y'all
face
do your own thing.
that plan went right.
the
Okay. This is a risk. I'm not gonna do it. I'm holding.
Holden.
Holding
Holden.
up.
Okay.
All right.
Did William Holden come
And he
to the
gets
party? Holden, 0 William Holden.
Here we go. Rotate
right.
down.
Say Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
You're the only one under. Would you like to draw?
Take that one.
I would love to draw, Captain.
Sweet. All right. Go on to Lean.
Now Lynn's dead.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Lynn's eliminated. I keep forgetting.
Dead.
All right.
Oh,
So if
yeah.
that's the
This is
case,
the graveyard.
This is the
That is a graveyard.
yeah.
Dino bones.
Oh, you can see it on the
What
spot.
we should do
Meteor,
is get
boy.
like a
Meteor.
lava playmat.
Oh, that would be really fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if we had the playmat, you get to see all the artwork and stuff.
Yeah.
They voted on
A lava
the side,
playmat.
but they didn't pick lava. They picked
The day side.
The day side.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
You
the
could have
lava side.
multiple.
That would be cool.
I am just gonna do a simple move myself. Come and join that title.
Okay.
Come to the
Welcome
safety.
to the party.
No, I know.
We're hanging out in the great.
Is that it?
The extinction part. The extinction party.
Down under.
All right, that is it.
Okay.
I'm gonna rotate.
I think you're right.
Rotate.
Better run. You better take a
All right. So now you want to draw a card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Welcome to
Kaboom.
how did I not draw that icon? Maybe I do have it.
I didn't say anything.
What is
Suicide
Arrio gonna?
mission?
Welcome to the land down under.
When you start singing, that's when you know something's not good.
You better run. You better take a walk.
Nervous Arrio.
Nervous Arrio.
Let's go to the
Sounds exactly like Littlefoot when he's just worried. Trying to.
All right, I'm out.
Oh.
Ooh, so there is
No.
now the only permanent tile. Good thing we chose that tile.
Yes.
Return.
Okay.
Easy. Easy game, easy life.
I don't know if I understand enough to like have strategy, so I'm just gonna stick it with you again.
When in doubt. When in doubt.
This seems logical. Yeah, I'm just gonna do
You
that.
have to play a card.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, I
right.
have to play a card.
Yep.
Oh, and you are safe right now, so you don't have to.
If
move
you have any
yourself.
combination cards that go back and forth, you could do that.
Yeah.
Or if you have an enemy, you can just move an enemy.
Okay.
That would be the least resources.
You're under a purple.
You could
one
also
too.
swap if you got
Swap
the
two
purple
meteors, so
Mm.
swap two meteors.
Oh, that
Because
would be
you're all
good.
you are on the symbol.
I could dig
icon
it.
if you want it.
I could dig it.
Well, I can play any card to swap.
No, you have to. You
That's
still have to
I have
play
to
a
play this
The
one.
icon,
But
if
just
you
one.
have it,
Okay.
and just one, yeah.
Just for the sake of doing something, I'm just gonna.
Move
Can I
it
do
in.
this?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
And then you can end your turn.
Welcome
Okay.
to the land.
Now we.
All right, return.
These.
Boom, and then that's one. Draw a card,
So
red.
I will draw.
I heard that. I heard
And
that.
then
Alright.
I don't need to do
She didn't
anything
help you?
else.
So that
Nope,
was
those are
boom.
blowing up, so we'll take those out. Pass it to
Pass the
you.
token to
We'll
you.
shuffle that.
Okay, and now I have to get a long way.
Yeah, you got a ways to
You
go.
got ways to
I
go.
try to play the
Here you
like
go.
don't make enemies except Cameron.
That is the goal, right?
I make friends with everyone else, but he can do.
That's what it says on the box.
Yeah.
So don't worry.
I feel like that's what I always do when I play with friends. I'm like, I'm gonna target Cameron, and then everyone else can be my friends.
Okay. Well.
He has to forgive me.
Okay.
Also, but I like giving him that challenge because he's so competitive. I'm like, I'm gonna make
you
this
got
hard
it.
for
You gotta get him.
This is the game that you can take him out.
Yeah. Either that or just like, I'm gonna make this not easy for you. He's created a monster.
I've created a
He
monster.
taught me everything I know.
We had a friend who kept trying to tell us to make the roll cards in like real dinosaurs. He said you should have an option for where they're actual real dinosaurs. And so it'd be like a vicious Tyrannosaurus Rex on your roll card and stuff. Could be like you upgrade to the
Be like
monster
mean
version.
edition.
Yeah. He kept trying to get us to we're like,
Everyone's
no,
evil.
no.
I think they like the theme of the look of
I ran it by Lynn and Lynn was like,
No way.
no
No.
dice, buddy.
No, that's not as family friendly.
Yeah. It's more flesh eating friendly.
I'm gonna just go over here.
All right.
He wants
You put it
he wants to put
yeah, I
it
can
on
see
the
you wanted to put it on boom.
That's it. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
Okay, so now I have to get like all the way across the board.
you
So-
gotta traverse 4.
So I'm going to.
You see how like that's how you
man.
start. Like you
So,
have less cards.
This
but
is
more
also a swap
base
too,
move.
so you can if you're
Yeah,
able
so
to
remember,
move here,
if you had a
can
move enemy and you have that icon, you could use that to move this tile over
get you
to
close.
get
Oh, okay.
movement going also.
Okay. Okay.
And then Dino Power obviously lets you draw a card so you can fish for another card if they were like move enemies.
Examine the symbols.
I have that
If you
down
have
on
a lot
some
of
stuff
if you have a
about
lot
it.
of these symbols, head towards that way. If you don't, you could head down towards this way.
Then it doesn't
Okay.
matter. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
At this point, he's the equal part from the other side.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play a move enemy and bump.
Nice.
That was
Yes.
good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
Then
if you do it again, I move another move enemy bump.
Yeah, I'm gonna do another move enemy and bump.
You didn't need to.
Then
Well, you know
Could have left me there.
then I'm gonna do a move me and bump,
Oh.
Nice.
and then I'm gonna
Whoa.
do a move
No
Oh.
cards in his hand.
So before you end your turn will end now. Would you like to draw a card? Because that is the option for drawing cards.
Okay.
If you have
If
zero
we-
cards,
Otherwise, I have to get back to the start of
yes.
my
Yeah.
So you
Yes.
have an option to draw a card.
I would like to draw a card.
So now you flip it
So
over.
now we'll flip that over.
Rotation. Woo.
All right. Yeah.
You did a Hail Mary run.
Yeah, we're just
We're just he did a run.
We're
He's
like
sprinting.
the first one's out. Wow.
This is good.
we're training for the Olympics.
Yeah.
over here.
Start singing.
The Dino Olympics.
You probably are the fastest dinosaur.
He's gonna start singing now.
The Dino Olympics.
Okay.
Oh
You might as
my.
well put it there.
When you guys were crowdsourcing names, was Sue one of the options for the T-Rex?
No, they all started with R.
Oh,
so for
okay.
the color, for whatever color it is, we picked that letter.
Oh,
So you
like
see the
red,
first letter of the
green.
color.
Yeah.
Oh, nice,
So
nice.
what were the others for? Rory was one.
Rory.
Ruby,
It was
Rory,
we had some
Roxy,
weird names,
right?
and we were like,
Yeah.
I
huh.
think Roxy was another. And then
We made sure it was make sure.
Unisex.
Well, not unisex. Like have two of like females, two male. That way they have a choice.
And then the community voted on the name. So from there,
I can't remember the other one. I want to say
Yeah.
Rhonda.
The only
Because it was
reason I
kinda
asked
cool.
is
Rhonda.
Rhonda would have been
Rhonda.
cool.
I think it's because the most complete T-Rex skeleton is named Sue after the person who found it.
Oh.
And it's in the Chicago Museum.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
that's cool.
Yeah, we got to see it. one
Highly
time. It was
recommend the
amazing.
exhibit. We went to go see it a couple
I
of
went
years
to the
ago.
one in
Oh,
New York, the
sweet.
museum,
Yeah.
the New York Museum. I was like, okay, this is a lot to just explore.
Yeah.
So
But
I'm
definitely
gonna
recommend
win.
So you're about to
Sue in
die?
Chicago.
I'm gonna win.
You're gonna help you draw a bunch of
History and
cards?
Natural Museum. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what
The
I
one in Night in the Museum.
Yes, the
Yeah.
Dino Museum. I actually went there.
Let's go to the land down
Ben
under.
He's gonna take people out
I need to go
before he
there.
dies.
So yeah, so this is the option. If you know you're gonna get eliminated, you can take other dinos down with you.
Only on your active turn.
Only on your active
That's
turn.
fine.
So,
Well, join the party.
so I'm dead. So what happens is
But
if you
how
die.
did he die? Because your
So
turn
he can't
ended.
get off the lava.
Yeah.
Oh, he
So
can't
two
leave.
cards.
And
Yeah.
his turn ended while he was in
I
lava.
sizzled. And so what happens is if you die, actually, these don't rotate. You skip that phase and you just pass it over and start at the top.
If you
It's-
die on your
So that's what we
active
call it,
turn.
skip
Yeah,
phase.
It's nice that the cosmic powers of the universe respect.
Yeah, I know.
respect. They're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It would be too mean.
I like that. I like the way you
So
put that.
gotta
Yeah.
add a meteor in. Let's get this
Yeah,
hot
everyone's
and
got a
spicy.
big
Oh, man.
So this is. I'm gonna just play my last card, which is I am so happy I kept that because it got me over here.
I moved the wrong
Oh,
person.
You gonna
Yep.
draw a card before you end turn?
I am definitely gonna draw a card before my turn ends.
Okay.
Now flip it over.
And I'm gonna.
All right,
Rotate
rotate
these.
Here we go.
And you guys can draw then, because you're under.
I will definitely.
All right. Good luck with the card draw.
Yeah, I would have been good. Like once he moved me under the meteor,
I
I was like,
honestly-
oh yeah, I'm gonna use my dino power, dump my hand, get a full 5, and then he goes move enemy and bump. Move enemy and
Oh,
bump.
yeah.
So what? Just one, Cameron. Just one move enemy and bump.
He pulled my move. It's like I was still that hat trick.
It was good. No, I was like,
Okay.
he had all 4 cards to get him because he forced tile spaces, and your dino power is only 1.
Right.
So
You
That's
got two
good.
cards that matches.
I don't. Nothing matches.
No symbols top.
No symbols matches. No colors matches.
Oh no.
There goes George.
George is
George.
eliminated.
Gone.
Okay.
Ruby.
Ruby.
And like I
Should I
said,
get rid of these?
does
Yeah.
this look like the face of a dinosaur that doesn't have a plan? The plan was to draw a matching card to go with my move enemy, and I did not draw it.
I do not believe it's the whole game. I thought I was gonna get eliminated.
So there
Oh,
goes
Never
Ruby.
Look at that.
disrespect Yellow and Kylosaurus.
Yes.
Yes, they come for you right at the knees.
The Ankylosaurus, the tiniest dinosaur out of all of them, won.
Mike had the fewest
Just
cards
snuck
too.
in
The
there.
entire game, I
Yeah.
was on an edge.
You were like,
literally,
yeah.
literally on the edge.
I moved the wrong guy. I should have moved him over, and he would have died because he had
It's like-
one card.
I appreciate games like that where you really can't
Ankylosaurus
predict
wins.
what's gonna happen.
Ankylosaurus.
Yeah.
It's all like chance because then it feels like, well, I did my best, but it just turned out this way. Because sometimes I play games where it's like, well, I thought I knew what was going on, but apparently I didn't. Like,
Yeah, no, that's how we made it. It was
Yeah.
like everybody could have a chance, and that, like, you know, obviously if you want to get detailed with things, you'd be rewarded for that, but you wouldn't be so far away from anybody else.
it
at the
seemed
table.
very balanced
Yeah.
to me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's
the core game.
Yeah.
But that was the core game of Dino Dodge. So that was just the base one there. Obviously, it took a little while because we were learning rules and playing, and it was your first playthrough.
And talking.
But yeah.
Enjoying the chaos.
Yeah, enjoying the chaos. And we did go a little long, so I don't think we're going to be able to do a second round
that's
for time. But I do want to hear. You mentioned that this is like the base version.
Yeah.
What's the other?
Explain a little bit more.
Absolutely. So like I was saying, is basically when we did Dino Dodge is we created something called add-ons. Or you can think of them like segments.
Yeah.
So basically you can mix and match these add-ons in the game. You can play with there's 4 of them. You can play with all 4 of them together. Or you could just mix and match them. You can play with one, all depending who's at the table. So the first one is Cataclysmic Events. And so this one is really straightforward. And so what this is at the start of the Sky is Falling phase, which is when we were rotating the meteors, we would draw an event card. And we would just do what the event card says, which is like a natural disaster. So this would have moved everybody
More chaos.
to another land tile that had the other icon they were on.
So they like flip?
Yep.
So it literally just shuffles everyone around.
Yeah, so that would have shuffled everyone around. This one is snowing, and players cannot perform any land effects. So
like you can't move the land around.
Until the next event gets played.
Until the next player turn ends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so you have a deck in here, and these also help to speed up the game, right? Because now you have a little bit of chaos that's happening here. So more chaos is going to happen much quicker in the game, not just at the start of each turn, right? So that's Cataclysmic Events. And then the next this is probably our favorite. This is called Mysteries of Mother Earth. And I know this might be a little tough to see, but these are these little chips or tokens, and there's 8 of them. Yeah, sure.
Grab one on the
and they are going to be placed below the land tiles at the beginning of the game. And so what's going to happen is this is called our Mysteries of Mother Earth add-on. And in this one, whenever a meteor impacts, what lays below the Earth will surface. And so when the meteor impacts this tile, it'll also flip over one of these tokens and add an effect to that tile.
Mushroom.
So this is a toxic mushroom. So whenever you're on this tile, basically you're intoxicated. So your move cards do the opposite. So if you did this, it would move an enemy and bump while you were on that tile. Some of them are one-time effects. Like this is a volcano. So when this volcano erupts, the adjacent tiles will immediately turn to lava.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the Earth has been like not only the meteor did something, but whatever was in that spot on Earth, like kind of got kicked up or like triggered an Earth situation.
Exactly. We try to keep that theme. We got the dino poop. So obviously, we had to have dino poop. It was like a big deal for us. But but like when you're on here, you kind of like recycle a card from your hand.
Fossilized dino poop is called copperlight.
See? You gave us the wrong answer.
You gave us the wrong. We did a dino trivia. And
Crazy Cries, welcome.
We all said it.
They have that in Jurassic World Evolution.
TMNT emojis.
Oh, nice. The cool thing about this one too is that this has a Velociraptor. So whenever this one gets flipped over, you'll take the Velociraptor and add it.
Those
Yep. So these ones are a part of the add-ons here, and so the Velociraptor is going to be a free action that you can take on your turn. So whenever you want to say, I want to use a Velociraptor, you're going to go ahead and roll the dice, and then you can move the Velociraptor that many spaces that you roll. So, and for example, I rolled a 2.
So it adds a predator to the situation.
Exactly, and it does that exact same thing. So you move 2 spaces, and anybody who's on the tile that the Velociraptor goes to, they get slashed, and they lose a card from their hand.
Oh, okay.
It's like to get injured, basically.
Exactly. But there's a risk to it. So there is an eye on the die. And so if you roll that eye, what happens is the Velociraptor comes straight for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Target initiated. Target's locked.
You and anybody will lose a card. So there's mostly of these continuous effects here, these yellow ones that'll add some element to those tiles, and it helps in strategizing. It helps with some chaos. That's a tar pit, so people get stuck in that, and then you can only get out with your dino power or being affected by a dino power.
What's this one?
Landslide.
That is landslide. So that sucks everybody into that tile immediately.
And a magnet.
Oh yeah. So the magnet is what Cameron was trying to do, which is basically whenever a meteor gets added to that tile, it immediately starts on its one axis.
Doesn't matter to
axis. So it'll just, if it was a 3, whoop, nope.
It's like pulling it in faster.
Yep. Exactly. Awesome. Yep. And then which did we go over on? This oil slick is really cool. So oil slick is whenever you pass or exit this tile, you have to then roll the die and move that many extra spaces. So you kind of slip out of it, right? So you go, you move 3 more. So
Interesting.
yeah, that one's really fun, especially as the game ends, because you might be trying to get over one space, but you slipped right past it, you know, or if you roll the eye, you go Zen mode, and you
That does add like another element of like strategy to it, like because you could just play it basic, but it's like I want to make this harder because I'm really good. It's like I'm really good at the base game. Now let's make it even more.
I just want to add more chaos.
Yeah,
More
exactly.
chaos.
Yeah. That's what they do, is they add just more chaos and depth if you like to play with them. And then the other add-on we have is called Prehistoric Pals, and in this one there's basically 2 new meeples. So you have the Dino Egg. And so what the Dino Egg is...
No, egg.
You are the egg.
I am the egg.
I am the egg, yes. It's a card draw mechanic. So basically if you're on the tile with the Dino Egg during the Sky is Falling phase, just when you do the normal draw check, you can draw a card from your discard pile. So you can pick a card. This is kind of like a rebirth, right? So like you can pick up a card from a discard. What was I going to say? Usually, when you play with this one, your discard pile is put in front of you.
You'd play with your own. Okay.
Exactly, right? Like in
More strategy.
yeah, in the base game, you know, you don't need to. You just put a pile so everybody can keep it nice and clean. But that's how the egg works. The cool thing about the egg is, on your turn, you can take the egg and run with it.
Oh, you take it with
So
you?
you don't share. So you don't share with nobody.
It's like football.
Yeah.
It's
my
hand
egg, and I want it now.
It's like football. Yeah, football.
So you can move it throughout
Go
the
long,
game.
go
take
long.
it. Yeah. And then when a meteor blows up, extremely thematic, it'll blow the egg to the other side of
It's an invulnerable egg.
The invulnerable
Yeah,
egg.
that's awesome.
Just as a side note, football should be called hand egg.
Hand
Because
egg.
it has
Hand
like
egg.
feet
Hand
and
We
it's not
can all agree
Oh,
it
that's
should be
so
hand egg.
Hand egg, I agree.
You're holding it and it's egg shaped.
I think the fans
Hand
would be
egg
open to that
coordination.
suggestion,
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
They'd be like, yeah.
Hand egg
Football is
coordination.
Hand egg
soccer.
My
coordination.
daddy's been playing that, but we want to call it egg ball. Yeah.
Rugby is also hand
Hand
egg.
egg. And then the other meeple is the pterodactyl. So the
I
pterodactyl
like that a lot.
A lot of people say it's a bat.
Yeah, so
Oh, yeah.
Probably just because it's black.
Yeah.
I see it. I see it.
Why is it the little beak?
Yeah.
the dirt beak.
Yes.
It's got a dirt beak.
I don't know.
It's
But
Petrie.
this one is a free action, just like the Velociraptor. So this is going to start out in the game, and what the Velociraptor what the pterodactyl is, it's basically a taxi system. So let's say, hey, I want to use the pterodactyl. So wherever it is, I roll this, and then I can move that many spaces.
It picks you up and
Yep.
Exactly.
Along
I
the
can
way.
pick up somebody along the way. You can only pick up one person. You can pick up the egg if you want.
they all hold on to each other's tails.
Yeah.
And then he drops him off where he is. If you roll the eye, then the pterodactyl just comes, picks you up, and takes you to where he was. So kind of moves you back.
That's what they did back in the
What's
day.
great, this
Yeah, that's what it
doesn't, this doesn't count as your one-turn action. So you still have
you still have something.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a free
Oh,
one
fun.
that you,
It's
it's
a
just
free
an
one.
optional one that you could just use if you wanted. And it's really good for late game too, because it helps you like traverse the land when you don't have the cards to do it. So you can try to see like, oh, maybe the pterodactyl is going to take me across, right?
So what's great is since the pterodactyl is flying above the land and picks people up, you are not affected by aura tokens.
Oh, okay.
So that's a strategy for you can use too. So
How? Like, what's an example?
So example, like what Arrio just wrote, like say a 2 there.
So, like
Yeah,
for
sure.
example, if he was gonna be here without the pterodactyl, right? When you get out, you're gonna have to roll the dice, slip, and you might slip into danger. Where if you roll and you pick you up, you don't slip. You continue the
Because
movement.
it
It
picks you up
flies
with
Does it
you
get
5.
you away from
Yes.
the
Yes.
It picks you up and takes
like
you.
I see. Okay, yeah.
Also the eye.
Yeah, the eye could, go and pick you up, like I said, right? It'll just pick you up and take you back. So that's Prehistoric Pals. And then the last one that we have is Primal Powers. And so what these are just little tokens, okay? And these are little tokens that you can use with your Dino Power specifically. And they just let you add a digit to one of your stats.
Oh, okay, so you can do like move 2 or affect 1 farther away. Okay.
Exactly.
Like these
Yeah.
stats?
Yep. It adds
That's
the stats.
numbers,
Okay.
yeah. You cannot subtract from the stats, though.
Yeah.
But it will add 1 digit to them. And you'll start with 1 at the beginning of the game, and then it's kind of this regenerative mechanic. Whenever you use your Dino Power, you also can get 1. So you don't have to use it all the time. So you could store it up for a big play. You can hold on to them.
Oh, so you
use
could do
them.
like a move 5 if you get 5.
Exactly.
cards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's no limit to how many tokens you get until you use it.
Awesome.
So those are the 4 add-ons that we have in the game. When we play, we like to play with all of them or 3 of them at a time. We love, especially the events deck, and then the Mysteries of Mother Earth, and then the Prehistoric Pals are great. Primal Powers 2 is great if you really like the Dino Powers and you want to like one up on these. But those are the 4 that you can play, and like I said, it's all like a mix and matching. When you get the game, it comes with everything. But in the rule book, the setup is just what we played. So it would walk you through the setup. It would walk you through just playing with the base game here, and the rules would tell you to play it 2-3 times. Then we'd show you with the add-on content you can include.
So
it.
are these kind of like included expansions in a way?
Yes.
So
they
it's
are.
not like, oh, I gotta go buy this other thing
Nope.
for the expansion. It's like, oh, I have an expansion included after I learned the
Yeah.
base game.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's really cool.
You have all 4 of them that come with the core game.
It was kind of to your original point. It's like we didn't want to scare like people off, like because it had all this extra stuff in it, right? Like,
Right.
We wanted to let them teach that, and then it was really important that you could play with your non-gamer friends and family, right?
Yeah, like you can customize it to who you're with, or like you can like grow with the game a little bit. I really like. I haven't experienced any other games that have that option, because a lot of times it's like, well, this like another dinosaur game, Dinosaur Island, is like very
Oh,
multi.
yes,
that's
I
a
love
lot
it.
of-
Yeah,
but
and that
it
one's
took
a big one.
Yeah, that's a big
It's
one.
a long time to learn, because it's like
Yep, it's
several
every- it's
mini
like
games
everything
in
at
one.
once.
And so that's one that's like, I can only play this with people who know how to play games, because that would freak a lot of like, Clue and Monopoly people out.
Yeah.
Like, but this is cool because it's like, okay, maybe a few times we just play the base game. Like, okay, y'all played this a few times. What if we played a little bit differently? Like, I love that option. Because again, I don't know other games that do that, because then it gives more playability to something. It's not just like, well, this game is this and it's always this, or unless you buy an expansion. But no one has that kind of game budget.
If you want, Arrio, in the box is the other 3. If you want
Oh yeah, so like we said,
There's
we're on
more.
Kickstarter, and so we do have 3 other dinosaurs that we're going to be manufacturing, and of course my favorite's in it. But I'll let you see those, and where do I put them here, and
Yeah,
then
right
you guys
there.
can pick them up too if you want them. So.
Yeah, I want to see the.
Yep. So,
Yeah,
So I got my favorite Pachycephalosaurus Perry.
I love the Parasaurolophus.
these dinosaurs
I always have
are
trouble with
not
that
the
one.
same as the other ones. They attack first and then run away.
If you see
Oh,
the
the
sad,
They're
it's
more
different.
offensive.
They're in
Yeah.
different orders. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They're more offensive.
And the Packy.
Very cool.
And
Yep.
it's funny, we never designed it this way, but apparently
I
a lot
love
of
this
people
one.
related
It's
towards like Pokemon,
Uh-huh.
whereas like you notice that water, electricity, bad combination. For some reason that it works in this game. As you notice that if you have that one counters the other, there are some dinosaurs that counter each other.
Oh,
So it's very interesting, and it's based off the color too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so these will be like limited edition dinosaurs that we're going to do through the Kickstarter. And so if anybody's familiar, we have basically a deluxe version. We would offer these dinosaurs in that deluxe version along with the game mat, and then also silkscreen printed dinosaurs. So like all the meeples here would be silkscreen printed in that pledge as well. So
Extra meeples.
Yeah. And then I have put the link in the chat.
Yep,
We'll
I
have
see
it if you're watching on YouTube. We'll have the link to the Kickstarter down in the description,
awesome.
so people can check that out. I believe y'all are going for another week, right?
Yeah, a week,
have one more
8
week.
days
Exactly.
left. Yeah, 8 days
Yeah.
left. So
Yeah.
please, check it
Share
out
with
if you
your
like
friends, everybody. Share with all your board game friends.
Yes.
it. Yeah,
A lot of people have. We were surprised with our Kickstarter. Like a lot of people liked the collector's edition, and I think the most enticing part about it was not just the holographic cards it's going to be, but that you can name your dinosaurs.
Oh, that's
All of them you can name.
Yeah, in the
So-
collector's
That's
edition,
cool.
you can
Yeah.
name like these roll cards here, and they'll come in holographic fashion as well.
Ooh, shiny.
But,
I'm always enticed by
Yeah.
shiny things.
Oh, nice. I know we're wrapping up here, so Cameron, thanks for having us on. The last thing I'll say is that with our campaign, we did partner with a charity, so like shares really help us out a lot. And so we partnered with Families to Freedom, so their local DFW charity who help transport victims of domestic abuse. So what we've done is basically partnered with them for a funding goal, for a share goal, and for like an Instagram follower goal. So any of those social media things that people do also help donate games to that cause. So
That's great.
even
That's
if they
awesome.
don't want to get the game or it's not their flavor, we'd appreciate any of those shares
Give
and support.
back.
Yeah. So far we've donated 8 or 9 games almost, and so
confirm that.
it'd be really cool, like to give this game to a
Gonna
kid,
confirm.
in like that situation. So
Yeah, that's super awesome.
just another thing that we're doing with the campaign. But thanks for so much for having us on and playing the game.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate y'all
Yeah.
coming.
Oh,
Best
we
of
pass
luck
it?
with the
No,
the last
no,
8
let's go
days
back
of the
on.
campaign. And
Thanks.
thank y'all for coming and playing. Appreciate y'all all.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a
you.
lot of fun. I had fun.
Awesome. We're glad. Thanks for inviting
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
Thank you guys.
And thank you everyone who hung out and watched. If you're watching this later on YouTube, like I said, we will have links to the Kickstarter as well as the general links to Blue Gear down in the description below, so you can go and check those out. And with that, thank you everyone. We really appreciate it, and we will catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.